Sir, you can start now.
Okay. So good evening once again, students. So today we will talk on relation. In my previous lecture, we have studied about the relation, and I am following this book. It's a very good book for this foundation of mathematics course. So the book name is A Foundation Course in Mathematics, and it is written by Ajit Kumar, S. Kumriasan, Baba Kumar Sarma. So it's a very good book. So before moving to my topic, so let us revise the previous thing what we have done. So we have talked about the relation, right? We have talked about relation, what is relation on a non-empty set X, right? And it's a we have seen that it's a subset of X cross X, right? So we can also say that R is a, because it's a subset of X cross X, so it looks like this. It's a set of ordered pair, right? And X and Y have some relation between them, right? There is some relation between X and Y, right? X is related to Y, and these naturally X Y, this belongs to over X cross S. This belongs to X cross X, right? So this subset we call as a relation, and we have seen a different type of example for our relation. The next thing we have seen is the types of relation. Types of relation. So first one we have seen is reflexive. Reflexive. So what is that? We have seen that if for every x belongs to capital X, if x is related to x, then we say that the relation is reflexive. Second one was symmetric. Symmetric के बारे में हमने डिस्कस किया. If we take any two elements in our set X, and if X is related with Y, implies Y is related with X also, then we say that the relation is symmetric. Third one we have studied is antisymmetric. Antisymmetric. So in this, if we take two elements in our set X, and X is related to Y, and if X is related to Y and Y is related to X, implies X equals to Y, then we say that our relation is antisymmetric. Fourth one is over transitive. Transitive relation. So we say that relation is transitive. Now here we are taking three elements, right? So if X is related with Y and Y is related with Z, implies X is related with Z, then we say that our relation is transitive. So we have seen a number of examples in which the relation are reflexive, symmetric, transitive, sometimes not symmetric, sometimes not antisymmetric. So we have seen these type of things. Now today we will search those relations. We will search those relations which satisfy property number 1, 2 and 4. Right? But before going on to that thing, मैं जानना चाहता हूं भी कितने बच्चे हैं जिनको ये चीजें क्लियर हैं. Raise your hand. Sir, please help me to know that how many students?
Yes, approximate 40 students.
Okay, so almost I think above 90% students, they are aware of these things. Now they are not new to them, right? So let us move ahead. So now today we will talk about the relation which is reflexive, which is symmetric, and which is transitive. So we call that relation as equivalence relation, right? So today we will talk about equivalence relation. So a relation on a non-empty set X. Now I denote the relation by this sign. This sign is something similar to. Similar to का ये sign है जब हम अपनी 9th 10th में पढ़ते हैं. One sign is congruent. This is, we say that the triangles are congruent, right? So this sign is of similar. So I will write the relation now with this similar sign. I will say that a relation this on a non-empty set X is an equivalence relation if it is reflexive, if it is reflexive, right? Symmetric, if it is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. And transitive. So a relation is said to be an equivalence relation if it is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. That means first property what should be that for every x belongs to capital X, X should be related to itself, right? Second is for every xy belongs to capital X, if X is related with Y, this implies Y should also related with X. And third, for every xyz belongs to capital X, if X is related with Y and Y is related with Z, implies X is related with Z, right? So we say that this, if any relation satisfy this condition, these condition, then we say that our relation is an equivalence relation. So let's see example, some example. So I will talk about the example starting from your school level. So first example which we will do is the set of triangles. Suppose I have a set of triangles. मेरे पास जितनी भी triangles हैं वो इस set X में है, right? Now I am extracting those triangles which are similar to each other. तो मैं अब वो triangles consider करने जा रहा हूँ जो हमारे पास क्या है, सिमिलर है, सिमिलर ट्रायंगल्स. सिमिलर का मतलब आपको पता ही है, राइट? दो ट्रायंगल्स आपस में सिमिलर हैं. जस्ट लाइक कंग्रेंस. कंग्रेंस में क्या होता है, भी हमारे पास दो ट्रायंगल्स कंग्रेंट तब होती हैं जब वो सेम शेप और सेम साइज की हो, राइट? एंड वी विल कॉल्ड सिमिलर जब उनकी कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग साइड्स की जो रेशियो है वो हमारे पास सेम है. जस्ट लाइक हम कहीं जाते हैं, कहीं बाजार में जाते हैं, तो हमारे पास जैसे हम टी शर्ट लेने गए तो वहां पर डिफरेंट डिफरेंट साइज की टी शर्ट्स पड़ी होती हैं और पैटर्न सेम होता है, डिजाइन सेम होता है. जैसे ब्लैक टी शर्ट अगर हम लें तो एम साइज की भी है, एल साइज की भी है, डबल एक्सएल भी है. सो दे आर सिमिलर टू ईच अदर बट देयर साइज आर डिफरेंट, राइट? इसी तरह से अगर हम बाजार में जाते हैं तो कई बार वी विल सी स्टैचू, जैसे लाफिंग बुद्धा का छोटा सा स्टैचू है और उसी तरह का सेम बड़ा भी है, उसी तरह से एक और बड़ा भी होगा. सो दे आर सिमिलर टू ईच अदर, right? So we are taking a set containing a similar triangles. Suppose I have a triangle delta 1 belong to this and delta 2 belong to this, so they are similar to each other, right? So what can we say about its reflexivity? If I say that this set is reflexive or not, suppose I am denoting this set by R again, right? So when I say when I want to see the relation, this relation, whether this relation of similarity between the triangles is a reflexive or not. So what can you say? How many of you say that this relation on this set is, या जो set जो ये reflexive है, this relation is reflexive? हाँ जी सर, बताएंगे जी.
Yes, 7, 8 raised their hand. So I call Payal Mahatre.
Yes, sir. It is reflexive. Because
Why
each
Payal?
every triangle is similar to itself.
Yes. So if I take any delta or any triangle, I am representing this delta. If I take any delta belongs to X, then what this implies, this always implies that delta is similar to delta, right? So this relation is reflexive, right? What is the relation? That is the similarity between the triangles. So relation is similarity between triangles, right? Between triangles. Yes, students, is it okay? Please raise your hand so that I will come to know that whether you are understanding this or not. Then I will move further. So this relation is reflexive, as Payal said, that if we take any two triangles, if I take any triangle that is similar to itself, वो अपने आप के साथ तो मैच कर ही रही है, right? So second property is symmetric. Second property is symmetry. Yes, कौन बताएगा? Raise your hand, hurry up.
Yes, Anchal.
Yes, yes, sir.
हाँ जी आंचल
Sir,
बोलो.
symmetry है. Sir, has symmetry.
क्यों? Why बेटा?
सर जो x है वो y के सिमिलर है तो y भी x के सिमिलर होगा.
Yeah, if I take any two triangles, suppose I am taking delta 1 and delta 2 that belongs to S, such that delta 1 is similar to delta 2. तो अगर delta 1 delta 2 के similar है, then it always implies भी delta 2 भी जो है वो delta 1 के साथ similar होगा, right? And third thing is about transitive. Transitive. Yes. Raise your hand. Sahil Thakur.
हेलो सर.
Yes, yes, बोलो बेटा.
सर एक्स ट्रायंगल
साहिल,
बाई
बोलो.
यस सर. तो बाई जेड के सिमिलर होगा एंड दिस इंप्लाइज एक्स जेड के सिमिलर होगा.
Okay, so in place of x, y, z, I am taking delta 1, delta 2, delta 3. Suppose I have
Yes,
three
sir.
triangles such that delta 1 is similar to delta 2 and delta 2 is similar to delta 3. So this always implies that delta 1 is also similar to delta 3, right?
Yes sir.
So that means ये जो relation है, relation of similarity between the triangles, this is an equivalence relation. ये क्या है? Equivalence relation. So I have started with very basic example. Similarity जो है हम सब पढ़ते हैं अपनी 9th-10th classes में. काफी सारे हम rules भी study करते हैं. तो based on that, we have seen that relation of similarity between the triangles, that is an equivalence relation. So if you understand this, sir, please first of all clear the feedback and then raise your hand. If you are clear about this thing, equivalence relation, then raise your hand. Sir, बताएंगे?
Yes, it's increasing its more than 45 students.
Okay, okay, sir. Right. Now let us discuss the thing which I have discussed, I think 2 days before, जो हमने अपने first 15 minutes में session में discuss किया था. So what we are taking the set of integers, right? And we were taking it 2 elements, A and B, belongs to Z. Now, what we are saying that A is related with B, right?
Hello,
So I will write like this, that A is
Rohit ji,
now the relation.
hello.
Yes, Sanjeev. Sir. Yes, sir.
हेलो
Yes, sir. बोलिए
रोहित
बोलिए
सर,
आवाज आ रही है.
अगर ये जो कैपिटल एस है, कैपिटल एक्स में अगर सेट ऑफ, अगर यहाँ पे
हाँ
एक
जी,
ट्रायंगल
हाँ जी.
रखी जाए जिसका साइड जो हो वो 3 सेंटीमीटर हो, ऑल 3 साइड्स आर 3 सेंटीमीटर
Okay.
ईच, सो इट विल इक्विलेटरल ट्रायंगल होगी. एक ही ट्रायंगल है एक्स के अंदर, तो और रिलेशन जो है वो सिमिलर ही रखा जाए, तो क्या ये जो एक्स पे जो ये रिलेशन होगा, क्या ये इक्विवेलेंस होगा कि नहीं होगा, ये थोड़ा बच्चों से अगर पूछा जाए तो आई थिंक इट विल बी बेटर.
Okay, sir. So students, sir, question is that if this set contain only one element, one equilateral triangle. Sir, correct me if I am not able to justify your question.
Okay.
Suppose I have one equilateral triangle. Right? And having side 3 centimeter each. Suppose I have this triangle and each side is 3 centimeter. So that means this set contain only one triangle, that is a singleton set. So the relation is similarity between the triangles. So whether this relation is equivalence relation on this set or not. Yes. Yes, Sanjeev sir. Is it okay?
बिल्कुल यही क्वेश्चन है. हाँ, यही क्वेश्चन है. Right question.
Yes, Rohit sir, 11 students raise their hand. They know the
sir,
answer.
बताइए.
Should I call someone? Yes, Kiranjeet Kaur.
यस सर, ये इक्वलेंस सर नहीं होगा क्योंकि सर इसमें एक ही ट्रायंगल है, तो वो उसका सिर्फ रिफ्लेक्सिव रिलेशन होगा, सिमेट्री और ट्रांजिटिव नहीं होगा सर मेरे अकॉर्डिंग.
किरणजीत, जब हम सिमेट्री की बात करेंगे, संजीव सर, यू वांट टू डिस्कस दिस और शुड आई कंटिन्यू?
मैं करता हूँ डिस्कस. स्टूडेंट्स देखो, जो सर ने डेफिनेशन बताई है तो उसमें कहीं पे भी ये नहीं लिखा गया है कि एक्स और वाई और जेड इक्वल नहीं हो सकते. तो रिफ्लेक्सिव तो आपने बता ही दिया कि सेम एक ट्रायंगल है तो आप अपने साथ तो वो सिमेट्रिक होगी, सिमिलर होगी. तो अगर हम सेकंड सिमेट्री की बात करें तो सिमेट्री में भी एक्स भी यही ट्रायंगल आएगा और वाई भी यही ट्रायंगल होगा. और इन थर्ड केस जो एक्स वाई जेड ले रहे हैं हम, वो भी सेम होंगे क्योंकि एक ही एलिमेंट है. इफ एलिमेंट इज सेम देन इट विल बी इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन. आप दिमाग में ये रख रहे हैं कि एक्स वाई जेड ले रहे हैं तो वो इक्वल नहीं हो सकते. दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम. कहीं पे भी ऐसा नहीं लिखा गया है कि एक्स और वाई और जेड डिफरेंट होंगे. दे कैन बी इक्वल. सो दिस इज इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन. Okay sir, this is the explanation of this.
Thank you. Okay, so students, if you are agree with the sir whatever he has explained, then please raise your hand. Hurry up.
Yes, now the number is increasing. It's more than 35.
Okay.
Yes.
So thank you, Sanjeev sir. So let's move forward. Now let us take any two elements in integers, A and B. Now I will say that I am defining the relation like this. This is our relation, right? So I will say that A is related to B. That two elements in integers are in relation with each other. If and only if A minus B is divisible by 5. This I have discussed with you already. Divisible by 5. Right? We will generalize it further. Right? So this is the relation. Now, when I have talked with the students, so they told me that, sir, take two elements 2 and 7. They are in relation with each other because 2, 7 belongs to integer and their difference is 5. That is divisible by 5. Next, they take 3, 8, right? And you can take many more, 0, 5. You can take 15, 10, right? And so there are many ordered pair which belongs to this relation. Now I have to check whether this relation, that if I take any two integers for any AB belongs to Z, they are in relation if and only if A minus B divisible by 5. I have to check whether this relation is reflexive or not. Yes, raise your hands. This relation is reflexive or not? Yes, Anchal. बताओ बेटा.
यस सर रिफ्लेक्सिव है सर.
Why बेटा?
a माइनस से जैसे सर a माइनस से 0 हो जाएगा तो 0 जो वो 5 से डिविजिबल है.
Okay, good. So if we take any A belongs to integer, right? So what is A minus A? That is equal to 0 and it is divisible by 5. So that means this relation is reflexive. Now second is symmetric. Yes. Second is symmetric. हाँ जी, रितु शर्मा, आप बताओ बेटा.
Yes, sir. It is metric.
Why?
Sir, because हम let's say 5 और 10 और 10 और 5 दोनों divisible by 5 होंगे.
Okay. For this is for the two elements you are saying, right? But I have to prove for all the integers. So what should I write now? What is symmetric property? That for every A, B belongs to
A
Z.
minus B.
If A is related with B, then what
Yes,
we
sir,
have to
V is-
prove? B is
V is related with A.
This is what we have to prove. That means we have to start from here and we have to go here. So how would we prove this? Yes, Ritu.
यस रितु बेटा बताओ इसको कैसे प्रूव करोगे.
Sir,
What is given to us? What is given to us, Ritu?
So AB belongs to integers.
That A is relation with B.
With A.
Yeah, A and B belongs
sir.
to integer, and A is related to B.
is related. Yes, sir.
तो क्या होगा अगर A B के साथ related में है? If A is in relation with B, then what it implies? It implies A minus B is.
B is related.
Yes, Ritu. Divisible by 5. Is it okay? Is it okay,
Yes.
Ritu?
Divisible by 5.
Don't mute your mic.
हाँ, इसकी आवाज सर थोड़ी कम आ रही है, कट के आ रही है. किसी और को बुला.
Okay, I will call. Ritu, you can mute your audio.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Naman.
Sir,
5.
Yes, Nimin means
Yes, sir.
A minus B is divisible by 5.
sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
अगर
Ritu, you
तो
can
No,
mute.
sir.
नेगेटिव होगा.
Ritu, you
अगर
too,
a
yes, ma'am,
माइनस
बोलो.
बी डिविजिबल बाय 5 है तो ये इसका जो नेगेटिव होगा माइनस ऑफ a माइनस बी वो भी 5 से डिविजिबल होगा
Hmm,
और इसको हम लिख सकते हैं कि
yes.
b माइनस a इज ऑल्सो
Okay. Wait. Ritu. If a minus b is divisible by 5, if I am writing this, a minus b divided by 5, then how can I write a minus b in form of 5? In terms of 5, how can I write a minus b?
Yes, Naman.
If a minus b is divisible by 5,
Naman, a minus b 5 से डिवाइड हो रहा है, राइट? तो a माइनस बी कैसा एलिमेंट होंगे, किस टाइप के एलिमेंट होंगे?
सिर्फ 5 से
आपने बताया ना a माइनस बी इज डिविजिबल बाय 5. इट मींस a माइनस बी आपने बताना है आपकी किस टाइप के एलिमेंट होंगे ये, सो दैट a माइनस बी इज डिविजिबल बाय 5.
से ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 5
आप बताओ कौन से नंबर हैं जो 5 से डिवाइड हो सकते हैं?
सिर्फ 5 10 15
इट मींस a माइनस बी इसी टाइप का कोई नंबर होगा ना.
यस सर
तो हम मल्टीपल ऑफ 5 को कैसे लिखते हैं? Yes, think about this, Naman, right? Yes, Kritish Thakur.
Yes, sir.
Kritish, a minus b
yes, Kritish.
जो है किस फॉर्म में
Yes,
होगा?
sir.
Kritish, बोलिए सर, बोलिए, आप बोलिए.
Yes, a minus b is divisible by 5. So
Yes,
a
sir.
minus b को हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? So that it is divisible by 5.
Sir, you have written na sir, a minus b is equal to 5k, where k is equal to 0, 1,
K
2,
here where k belongs to
where k belongs to integer.
integer. Very good. So it is a multiple of 5, right? So we can write
Yes, sir.
a minus b as a multiple of 5, where 5k, 5n, 5m, whatever you can take. So k belongs to integer.
So students, if a minus b is divisible by 5, right? If any number is divisible by some number, then there exists another integer. There exists some k, another integer, right? Such that a minus b is equal to 5 into k, right? So as a minus b is divisible by 5, right? So what will happen, that a minus b can be written as a multiple of 5, which I have written here, that there exists some integer such that a minus b is equal to 5 into k, right? Now, how can you write b minus a? Can I write it, if I write it like this, it's b minus a. So if I multiply it with negative, right, both side, -1 both side, so I will get this thing. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kanika. 19PH003. Kanika.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kanika, we can write a minus b as equal to that 5k, right? So k belongs to integer. Now, in next step, we write a minus b as minus of b minus a, that is equal to 5 into minus k. So where minus k belongs? Minus k.
I will write like this.
Yes, Kanika.
सर natural numbers
Kanika, yeah, first of all, is question is clear to you? we have given that A is congruent to B. Sorry, A is in relation with B, and we have to prove that B is in relation with A. So we are starting with A is in relation with B. Now, if A is in relation with B, we have A minus B is divisible by 5. And what we have to prove that B is in relation with A. So how we prove that B minus A is divisible by 5? That is what we have to prove. So we are starting that if A is in relation with B, this implies A minus B is divisible by 5. Now, if A minus B is divisible by 5, that means A minus B can be written as a multiple of 5. But what we have to prove? B minus A. What we want this time is B minus A. So I am writing this expression. First of all, tell me whether this expression is true or not. Yes, Kanika.
सर b माइनस a के बाहर नेगेटिव भी होगा, माइनस ब्रैकेट के अंदर b माइनस a इज इक्वल टू 5 इंटू माइनस
So
के.
that negative, वो नेगेटिव इधर लिख दिया मैंने, माइनस के साथ लिख दिया.
सर दोनों तरफ नहीं होगा नेगेटिव से.
Okay. I have to see here. So this is minus
Rohit
b
sir,
plus a.
use another color.
Okay, sir. So this is minus b plus a is equal to 5k, and I can write like this. This is equal to 5k, and here it will be b minus a is equal to 5 into minus. Now is it fine, Kanika? Yes, Kanika.
Yes.
Is it okay? Your voice is dim. That means you are not confident.
सर वेट दोनों.
Okay, see.
सर राइट है ये.
Okay. So what does it mean? Can I say that b minus a is divisible by 5?
Yes sir.
Why?
So because 5k is multiple of 5.
Multiple of 5. That means, is it a multiple of 5? क्या b minus a multiple of 5 नजर आ रहा है?
सर नेगेटिव होगा.
Yes, whatever it be. See,
minus
we have
5.
defined that. Yeah, what we have defined that if a minus b is divisible by 5, then there exists an integer k such that a minus b upon 5 is equal to k. Or we can say that a minus b is equal to 5k. Now, if I write like this,
Rohit sir.
this is over
Rohit
this
sir,
is over L.
just a minute.
Yes, sir.
कनिका,
यस सर.
बेटा आप बोल रहे हो नेगेटिव होगा ना, आपने a माइनस बी इक्वल टू 5k लिखा है ना.
अगर k इंटीजर जैसे अगर k इज इक्वल टू -1 लेंगे तो फिर वो पॉजिटिव भी आ जाएगा.
यस, तो पहले हो सकता है k आपका नेगेटिव हो, k बिलोंग्स टू इंटीजर. अगर वहां -2 लिया तो -10 हो जाएगा. अब तो ये पॉजिटिव हो गया, -k पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा उस केस में.
यस सर.
Yes. Sir, you can continue.
Yes. So Kanika, it is an integer, right? And we don't know about what are over a and b. But only thing we know is that they are divisible by 5. Right? So it can be negative or positive, depends upon a and b. But we know that k is integer. We know that k is integer. So what should be minus k? Minus k is also an integer. Is it okay?
Yes sir.
So there exists an integer minus k such that I can write b minus a as a multiple of 5. Right? So there exists an integer minus k. I will write it as small l. K is minus k is over L. So there exists integer L belongs to 5, L belongs to Z such that B minus A can be written as 5 into L. So what does it mean? Then it means B minus A is divisible by 5. B minus A is divisible by 5. So further it implies that B is in relation with A. B is in relation with A. So if this point is clear to all of you, then please raise your hand. Otherwise, if you have some question, then unmute your mic and discuss with me.
Yes, sir. Approximate 40
Okay.
students raise their hand.
Okay. So next, the part is the transitive. Now, what I will have given that A is in relation with B, right? A, B, C are any three elements in A, B, C are any three elements in our integers, and A is in relation with B and B is in relation with C. So what we have to prove? A is in relation with C, right? So A is in relation with B. What it means? That B minus A is divisible by 5. B is in relation with C. What does it mean? That means C minus B is also divisible by 5. What we have to prove? That A is in relation with C. That means C minus A is also divisible by 5. Yes. Anybody who will let me know the proof of this? How would I start?
Simran.
Yes,
Sir,
Simran Kaur.
yes, Naman.
Simran
Naman
Kaur.
bol this.
Okay.
Sir, before this, I want to say something.
Yes.
Sir, you have defined A is related to B if A minus B is divisible by 5.
Okay. So here I have to write this. That is A minus B. Here I will write B minus C, and here we have to prove A minus. Yes. Now it's okay.
Yes, sir, now it's fine.
Okay. So we are given that A minus B is divisible by 5, B minus C is divisible by 5, and we have to prove that A minus C is also divisible by 5. Yes, Simran.
Yes, sir. So A minus B.
Yes.
So firstly, A related to B means A minus B is divisible by 5.
Okay. बोलते जाओ आप.
Okay, sir. So then B related to C is B minus C is divisible by 5.
Okay, I have written this.
So B related to C, B minus C is divisible by 5.
Okay.
If we add A minus B and B minus C,
If I add A minus B and B minus C,
then this
Yes.
proves that A minus C is also divisible by 5.
Simran, you
A
have
minus-
missed some steps.
Yes,
You
sir.
are in hurry. You have missed some steps. So try to write the correct proof.
Okay.
We know that you
Simran,
know how we can prove this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we know
Simran,
that.
think about-
Yes,
Yes, sir,
Rohit
yes,
sir, you
please.
can continue.
Simran, think about what we have proved in the previous part, that is symmetric. How we proceed there? Right? We have to show that minus. If A minus B is divisible by 5, that means there
A
exists
minus B,
some
some
integer
K belonging
K1
to integer.
belonging to Z such that
A minus
B
B
is equal
is equals to 5K1.
to 5K1. Okay, similarly,
there exists K2
Okay.
belonging to integer.
Yes.
B minus C is equals to 5 K2. Then add these two equations.
Now if I add these two, right?
Yes, sir.
And this is nothing but over. This is what? This is over
A
A
minus C.
minus C.
So
And
is
this
equals
can
to
be
5 K1 plus K2.
5K1 plus 5
5
K2,
K2.
which is equal to 5K1 plus K2. Now
So
what is
then
K1 plus K2?
another integer.
Yes, this is another integer. Let us write it as K. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Rohit
So
sir, a
from
small
here,
change.
what we see?
K3 equal
Yes,
to
sir.
K1 plus K2.
So A minus C is divisible by 5.
This implies A minus C is divisible by. And this is what we have to.
Proof.
So that means this relation is an equivalence relation. ये जो relation हमने define किया, this is an equivalence relation. Yes, students, if you are clear about this thing, raise your hand.
Even give them 30 seconds so that they revise all the content.
Okay, okay. Sir.
Thirty-two raise their hand.
How many? Okay.
32.
How many, sir?
Now 38.
Okay, sir. So students, on integers, we have defined this relation that A minus B is divisible by 5, right? Then two elements are in relation with each other. Now, let me see the element 0, right? So I want to see that what are the elements which are related with 0. Yes, hurry up, कौन बताएगा? कौन से एलिमेंट जो है इस रिलेशन के तहत 0 के साथ रिलेटेड है? Yes, hurry up.
First I clear the feedback. Now you can raise your hand. Neha Thumbare.
Yes,
What
sir.
are the elements which are related with 0? Yes.
5, first upon 0, 5, 10, 15, and so on. That is, if we take m is an integer, then 5m, the elements like 5m.
5m, or I can write in negative also, -5, -10, -15, and so on. So you are saying that we have 5 into, let us write it as k, such that k belongs to integer. So that means multiple of 5 are there, right? Now student, these all elements are in relation with 0. So if I collect all the elements which are in relation with a particular element, so I will call that set as an equivalence class of that element. And I will write it in this bracket, rectangular brackets. So here we have a definition of equivalence class, and equivalence class is related to the element. We will see that what are the elements which are related to that particular element. See here, I have seen the elements which are related to the 0. जो 0 के साथ relation में है वो सारे elements हमने लिख लिए इस set में. So what is this? This is the equivalence class of 0. We call this as equivalence class. Right? Now if I talk about 1, suppose if I am talking about 1, equivalence class of 1. So what will it contain? Yes, raise your hands. Hurry up. Yes, Jyoti Ruhan, आप ही बता दो बेटा.
So 5k plus 1, where k belongs to set of integers.
Okay, so it will be 5k plus 1. I'm going to write like this: 1 plus 5k, such that k belongs to integers. Or you can write 5k plus 1. So the elements should be 1, it should be 6, 11, 16, 21, and if I go back, then it will be -4, then -9, right? And -14, and so on. Now, what is the equivalence class of 2? Yes, hurry up. What is the equivalence class of 2?
Priyanka, 19 PS 360.
Sir, 5k plus 2, where k belongs to integers.
It is 5k plus 2. आप एलिमेंट्स बोल सकते हैं, कौन कौन से एलिमेंट्स आएंगे इसमें? एलिमेंट्स बोलेंगे बेटा?
Sir, 7,
7,
12, 17,
yes,
22, 17, 22, and so on.
and if I go back,
Sir, -3, -8, and -13, and so on.
-3, 2 नहीं आएगा?
Yes, sir, 2.
2, -3, -8,
Yes.
-13, and
-13,
so on.
so on.
In general, we can write 2 plus 5k, such that k belongs to integers. Right? Similarly, I can write the equivalence class of 3. Yes, who will tell me?
Ankush Sharma.
Sir,
Ankush.
-12.
Yes, beta bolo.
Sir, -12.
-12,
-7.
-7,
-2.
-2,
3.
3,
8.
8,
13.
13,
18.
18,
23, and so on.
23, and so on. So in general, what we can write, this is
3
3
plus
plus
5k, where k belongs to integers.
k belongs to integers. Right? I will change the color of this also. So this is what I will get. That is the equivalence class of 3. Now, if we think the equivalence class of 4, so equivalence class of 4. So I will write it down. First of all, the element should be there. Why? Because the relation is reflexive. So element to hoga hi hoga. Next, it is 9, 14, 19, 24. And if I go back, this is -1, -6, -11, and so on. So this is 4 plus 5k. Right? Next, what is the equivalence class of 5? Yes. कौन बताएगा ये equivalence class of 5?
Purnima Thakur.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Purnima.
Sir, -10,
-10,
-5,
-5,
0,
0,
5,
5,
10,
10,
15,
15.
20,
Okay, 20.
and so on.
आगे चलते हैं. Right, so on.
So on.
So it should be like
5.
this.
Yes, sir.
5 plus 5k. You
5
take any integer and you will
integer.
get the equivalence class of 5.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Now the last one. I will write not more than this. The last is the equivalence class of 6. So equivalence class of 6. So what it will be? Yes, hurry up. कौन बताएगा?
गुरलीन कौर. Yes, गुरलीन. गुरमनजोत.
Yes, sir.
Yes, बेटा बोलो equivalence class of 6.
Sir, -6.
बोलो बेटा.
Sir, 6 plus. Sir, 5 plus 6. 6 plus 5.
5 plus. चलो सर किसी और को बुला सकते हैं या
Yes.
डिस्टर्ब दस.
Yes, Gurman, you can mute the audio. Jyoti Sharma.
Jyoti.
Yes, Jyoti.
Name the elements which are in relation to 6. Yes, बेटा बोलो.
-4.
-4. शाबाश.
1.
-4 करेगा इसको बिलोंग. ओके ठीक है चलो आगे.
1.
1.
6.
6.
11.
11.
16.
16. 21 and so on. Right. So student, okay. Similarly, you can write the equivalence class of any integer. You can also write the equivalence class of -1, -2, right? You can also write the equivalence class. For equivalence class, what we have to do, we have to see that the elements which are in relation with that particular element. Now observe these all equivalence classes. Now what you observe, that either there can be many other equivalence classes, right? Now if you observe these six equivalence classes, what you observe that either two equivalence classes are similar to each other or they are disjoint to each other. या तो दो classes जो है वो same है या वो दोनों disjoint है, right? Observe this for 20 seconds. ये जो चीजें मैंने लिखी हैं ये सारी equivalence classes एक बार देखें आप. So अगर आप equivalence class देखें 1 और 2 की, now if you observe the equivalence class of 1 and 2, there is no element common in between them. कोई भी element common नहीं है, right? यहाँ 1 है तो यहाँ 2 है, 6 है तो -3, 7 है, 11 है तो 12 है, right? Yes, ज्योति बोलिए बेटा.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, equivalence class of 0 and 5 are same. 1 and 6 is same. So similar thing is going to happen, like 2 is equal to 7 and 3 will be like 8.
Yes, very good, very good. So the observation you have made is correct. If we see the equivalence class of 1 with 6, so they are equal to each other, right? If you observe very carefully, और 1 और 6 की जो equivalence class है, they are the same. In the same way, if you see the equivalence class of 0 and 5, right? If you see the equivalence class of 0, it contain elements 0, 5, 10, 15, 20 and backward -5, -10, -15. Same here. If you see the equivalence class of 1 and 6, they are also equal to each other, right? But if you see the first 4 equivalence classes, if you see the equivalence class 0, 1, equivalence class of 2, equivalence class of 3, right? And equivalence class of 4. So they are disjoint to each other. They are the distinct equivalence classes. If I talk about this relation, so I will get these classes as distinct equivalence classes. इसके बाद वाली जो भी आएंगी वो इनके साथ मैच कर रही हैं. अगर मैं 5 की बात करता हूं तो वो 0 के साथ मैच कर रही है. अगर मैं 6 की बात करता हूं वो 1 के साथ. अगर मैं 7 की बात करता हूं वो 2 के साथ. And in the same way this happen like this, right? So we are getting only these 5 distinct equivalence classes. So why is it so? ये क्यों है? ये क्यों है? हाँ जी, कोई बता सकता है? Why is it so? We are talking about the divisibility by 5. हाँ जी सर. Yes, विशाल.
Yes,
विशाल
Vishal.
चंदे.
बिकॉज के मल्टीप्लायर्स ऑफ 5 जो होते हैं वो आफ्टर 5 वो वैसे आएंगे, मल्टीप्लायर है 5 के, तो उनका जो डिफरेंस है वो वैसे बनता चलेगा. लाइक अगर हम 1 से शुरू करेंगे तो 1 6 सोन चल जाए, 1 6 फिर 11
दिख रहा है,
फिर 14.
वो दिख रहा है बेटा. हाँ, वो यहाँ से दिख रहा है. दोनों को अगर हम कंपेयर करते हैं तो वहां से दिख रहा है. और कोई रीजन अगर हम देखें इसका? यस, एनीबॉडी एल्स?
यस सर.
ज्योति आप बता दो.
यस सर. कोई भी मीन्स नंबर ले हम इंटीजर, उसको अगर हम 5 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो दीज आर द पॉसिबल इंटीजर वैल्यूज.
These
0
are
1
the
2
possible
3.
integer values.
Yes sir, for 5.
Okay, if I take any n, if I take any n belongs to integer, and if I divide it by 5, right? So by the division algorithm, if I say by the division algorithm, what will happen? There exists some integer q, right? There exists some integer q such that n is equal to 5q plus r. This is our division algorithm. And what is the remainder here? Remainder is lies between 0 and 5. Right? Now, if you see this thing, if you see here the set you have written, this is 5k plus 0. This is 1 plus 5k. This is 2 plus 5k. So these are nothing, but this is the division algorithm. These are the remainders which I am getting. Here I am getting 0 remainder, 5k plus 0, yeah, 0 plus 5k. Here I am getting remainder 1. Here I am getting remainder 2. And then so on, 3 and 4. Right? So if I go further, again I will get remainder 0 here. If I divide 5k plus 5 with 5, what will I get? I will get a remainder 0 here. Right? So that's why the equivalence class of n should be equal to the equivalence class of our remainder. And what is our remainder? Our remainder is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Because remainder lies between 0 and 5 by our division algorithm. Right? So think on this for next 1 minute. And if you are clear about this thing, then raise your hand.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर.
Yes, yes. बोलो बेटा.
सर एक बार और बता दो.
Yes. What we are observing that the equivalence classes are then after some time they are repeating. If I take an integer, suppose here we have taken 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And after what happened? The equivalence class of 5 is equal to 0. Equivalence class of 6 is equal to 1. If I go further, equivalence class of 7 is equal to 2. It is next 8 equivalence class is equal to 3 equivalence class. Why is it so? So what we have seen that if we take any integer, so I am drawing with red pens. If I take any integer, right, and if I divide it by 5, so what division algorithm says? That it can be written as 5q plus r. There exists some integer q, right, such that n is equal to 5q plus r. Right? So what is r? R is the remainder, and we know that remainders lie between 0 and 5. So how this over integer looks like? N looks like either remainder is 0, so it looks like 5, right? Or it looks like 5q plus 1, or 5q plus 2, or 5q plus 3, or 5q plus 4. So if I take any integer, right? So it should looks like this. right? So if I see the other equivalence classes, they should be also come from these things. अगर मैं 5 की equivalence class देख रहा हूं तो वो हमारे पास इसी में से रिपीट करना शुरू कर देगी, इसी में से मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So this
रोहित
is the,
सर,
yes,
हेलो
yes sir,
रोहित,
yes yes sir, बोलिए.
रोहित सर, आई सपोज कि इन बच्चों को एब्स्ट्रैक्ट अलजेब्रा का नॉलेज होगा. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट कोसेट्स. अगर हम इसमें जेड को ग्रुप ले लें अंडर एडिशन एंड एच हमें यहाँ पे ले लें एच 0 to 5 सब ग्रुप
Sir,
ऑफ
1
जेड.
minute sir. संजीव सर.
हाँ
सर इसमें कुछ बच्चे हैं जो फर्स्ट ईयर को बिलोंग करते सर.
नहीं, मेजॉरिटी फर्स्ट ईयर और सेकंड ईयर की है, तो ये मुझे नहीं लगता इन्होंने पढ़ा होगा. बट सर आप फिर भी बता दो, क्योंकि जो स्टूडेंट्स ये पढ़ने वाले हैं उनको आइडिया हो जाएगा. स्टूडेंट नो नीड टू वरी. अगर आप फर्स्ट ईयर वाले हो बेटा, प्लीज सुनो जरूर सर जो बोल रहे हैं. संजीव सर प्लीज मेंशन इट.
यस यस. अगर स्टूडेंट्स हम देखें ये जो सेट ऑफ इंटीजर है, दिस इज ग्रुप अंडर एडिशन. और अगर एच हम इसका सब ग्रुप लेते हैं 0 1 2 3 4 5 अप टू 5. सो दिस इज जो क्लास ऑफ इक्विवेलेंस 1 है, दिस इज नथिंग, 0 जो है दिस इज नथिंग बट इट इज 0 प्लस एच. एंड दिस सेकंड वन इज जो इक्विवेलेंस क्लास 1 है, दैट इज 1 प्लस एच and so on up to 5 plus h, and these all are known as cosets. और इन cosets को अगर हम commutativity चेक करें, इनकी commutativity mean to say that 0 plus h equal to h plus 0, they are same. So it means that they are commutative. That's why this h, which is subgroup of z and contains element 0 to 5 under addition, is a normal subgroup. So this is very useful topic related to normal group theory. So these are all cosets, and you will see जिन्होंने नॉर्मल थ्योरी नॉर्मल सब ग्रुप पढ़ा है, तो इसमें जितने भी कोसेट्स हैं ये 0 से लेके 5 तक, इधर दे आर इक्वल और डिस्टिंक्ट. कोई भी एलिमेंट कॉमन नहीं है इनमें. यू सी वो 0 से लेके 5 तक कोई भी इनमें कोई भी एलिमेंट कॉमन नहीं है. इधर दे आर इक्वल और दे आर disjoint to each other. So that's all. So this is make a concept of a normal theory, normal subgroup theory. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your giving additional knowledge to the students. Jyoti, I think you have some question. Please.
Yes, sir. As sir said that group is Z under addition, right? Set of integers, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So you took the subgroup as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should have additive inverse, right? So what will be the additive inverse of 1 here?
Yes.
Yeah, that means this cannot be subgroup, right?
It's I think he's talking about the addition under modulo 5. Is it so, sir?
I think it will be then Z6, right?
नहीं, ये शीज राइट. अगर हम Z5 लेंगे, मॉड्यूल लेंगे, तो फिर एलिमेंट 5 लेंगे तो अप टू फिर 4 एलिमेंट आएंगे ना, 0 to 5. यू आर वेरी मच राइट, क्योंकि H फिर सब ग्रुप नहीं बनाएगा. यू आर राइट, बट इट इज वेरी गुड पॉइंट कि अगर यहाँ पे अगर इस तरह से सब ग्रुप बन जाए, रोहित सर टेकिंग द राइट पॉइंट कि अगर इसको अंडर मॉडुलो लें, सो दिस इज वेरी नियर टू दैट नॉर्मल ग्रुप थ्योरी कि इस तरह से इट इज जो कोसेट्स बनेंगे, दिस इज लाइक दैट. यू आर राइट कि यहाँ पे H जो है वो सब ग्रुप का प्रॉपर्टी जो वो होल्ड नहीं करेगा. क्योंकि वहां पे अंडर एडिशन -1 भी इसके अंदर होना चाहिए, अगर 2 है तो -2 भी इसके अंदर होना चाहिए. You are right, but it is very similar to that cosets. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Jyoti, should we proceed, or you have some more questions?
No, sir, it's fine.
Okay. So, students, this is the first thing, that if we take any two equivalence classes, either they are disjoint or they are identical to each other. This is the most important point to note. The second important point to note is that if I take the union of these equivalence classes, suppose if I'm going to erase this because I have to see these things. So I'm erasing this only equivalence class of 6. Right? Now, if you take the union of these distinct equivalence classes, which I have mentioned here, the equivalence class of 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I take the union of this, equivalence class of 0, union equivalence class of 1, and union equivalence class of 2, and 3, and 4. If I take the union, right? Suppose I can write this as union of R and R belonging to S, and S is over set, but it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if you take the union of this, right? I am erasing this arrows also. So you see the union of these from 0 to 4. I am going to put in the box these things. So take union, right? So what you will observe, I'm giving you 30 seconds. So please see, if I take the union of all these things, try to take the union in starting from 0 and 1 and 2 like this. Yes, sir. How many students are raising their hands?
Yes, now 9 students raise their hand. Yes, Khushdeep. Khushdeep or
yes,
Payal
Khushdeep.
Mhatre.
Sorry, it is Z, set of Z.
It is, sorry?
Set of integers.
It is set of integers. So Payal Mhatre is saying that this is a set of integers, right? So she said very correctly, if I map these points, suppose this is over equivalence class 0. So 0 is here, and after that we have 1, and after that we have 2, then 3 and 4, right? So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, what we have? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And if I go backward, then before 0, it should be -1. So here it is -1, -2, and here it is -3, -4, -5. So I am getting this set. That is the set of integers. How many of you can see this? Okay, Khushdeep, no problem. How many of you can see that if I take the union, then I will get nothing but a set of integers? If I take the union of these equivalence classes, I will get a set of integers.
Yes, it is very simple concept. At least we need more than 50 students. Click on raise hand option if you know the answer. Yes. Approximate 30 students raise their hands.
Okay. So I think the students have
Yes, Rohit sir, should I call someone or?
It's okay, sir. It's okay.
Right.
Now, one thing more I want to discuss with the student. That is,
You have
now in
3 minutes.
breakout session. Yes, sir. Yes. Now in breakout session, you will discuss this example, the equivalence classes, right? And their how they are distinct to each other, how they become equal if we proceed from 4, right? And thus, second point to note is that union is the integers. So we can prove this as, just like we are proving that A is equal to B, any two sets are equal. Similarly, in the similar way, we can prove this thing also, that union of R, that is union of R belongs to this set. What is S is over 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is nothing but a set of integers. So we can prove this by proving that they are subset of each other. Students, similarly, we have talked about 5. So on the same way, you can talk about N, right? So in your higher classes, we will represent this type of set as Z5, right? Z5. Okay. One thing I want to discuss with you, the last thing, that is transversal. Transversal. Yes. Anybody who is,
give them one question during breakout session. They discuss multiple of 6.
Yes, sir.
Try to make
Multiple
a
of
class, equivalence class of multiple of 6.
Okay. So students, the question is that I am defining a relation like this. For any two, AB belongs to Z. A is in relation with B if and only if A minus B is divisible by 6. Right? Divisible by 6. I should not like this. It is. So think of this question and discuss in your breakout session. You have to write the equivalence classes. You have to see how many equivalence classes you got and the things which we have discussed. Now the next thing is the transversal. Transversal. What do you mean by transversal? In our lower classes, what we see, if we have a set of parallel lines, then there is one line which is passing through this and we call it as a transversal, right? So transversal is a line which cuts the other lines at exactly one point or precisely at one point, right? In the same way, we are going to define a transversal here also. So I'm going to write a definition, a subset. See this very carefully. A subset S of X is called a transversal. Is called a transversal, right? For relation, I am writing the relation as this. For this relation, similar, that is, if S contains precisely one representative. Representative means one element. Precisely contain one representative from each equivalence class. From each equivalence class. So I will say that the subset of S, that is known as our transversal, right? It is a subset of X, right? If we talk about our above example, we have a set of integers and we have to find a subset S of Z such that that set contain precisely one element of each equivalence class. हर एक equivalence class का एक element इस set में हमें नजर आना चाहिए, right? So what is that set? Can anybody tell me what is the transversal of above example? If I talk about Z5, I have written here also, which is the set which contain one element of
Yes,
each
Ankush
equivalence
Sharma.
class.
Ankush Sharma.
Yes, sir. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yes, good. So it's over 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you see this set, it contains one element of each equivalence class. अगर आप कोई भी equivalence class लें ऊपर से, उसका एक element इसमें जरूर आपको दिखेगा. Just like the definition I have told you, भी हमारे पास अगर ये parallel lines हैं and we call this line जो cut कर रही है, that is known as transversal. Why is it transversal? Because it contains one point of each of the line. So in the similar way, transversal is defined like this, right? Now I am giving you one question for your breakout session. One question is this. Now I am writing the question number 2, right? You have to check whether the relation is equivalence relation. First of all, that thing. Second, you have to check the equivalence classes. And third, you have to find the transversal of that. If you find, then it's good. Otherwise, take it as your homework also. Now, I am taking a set R square and two elements are in relation with each other. X1, Y1 is in relation with each other. If and only if X1 square plus Y1 square is equal to X2 square plus Y2 square. Right? So you have to check whether this relation is equivalence. Right? First point, you have to find the equivalence class of, आपने equivalence class find out करनी है 3, 4 की. Right? And third, if you can, find the transversal. अगर आप 3, 4 के बाद और elements की equivalence class find out कर लेंगे, then you can see the transversal. But for breakout session up to here, it is okay. So I stop my lecture here. Sir, Sunil sir.
Yes, yeah. Thank you, Rohit sir, for discussing about relation and equivalence class. Now, students, we are going to launch the poll. Rohit sir, you can stop sharing.
Yes, sir. Recording also, sir.
Yes.